Now to a sad development where a fire outbreak has been reported at a branch of the Afriland Tower located on Marina Street on Lagos Island. The incident, which occurred today, sent panic across the busy commercial district as thick smoke was seen billowing from the building. Videos showed workers and others attempting to escape through a ladder from the balcony of the building housing the bank. The cause of the fire is yet to be determined and no casualties have been reported as of the time of filing this report.
The fire was confined to an inverter battery, and a Serena car was parked beside it and a bike. So those bike and the car were totally burnt. Then every other cars under were saved. Nothing happened to any other car. But no victim at the basement. We didn't record any victim at the basement. We are doing what we call damping down. Damping down. The situation is under control, fully under control, but we want to observe. That's why we are doing damping down. If we are used water, it will take time. That is why we apply foam immediately. I was the first respondent. I was the one that met the fire. It's foam compound I used to put out the fire.
Let's bring in TVC News reporters Zaid Aribisala for more on that incident. Zaid joins me from the site of the incident. What's the update with the ongoing effort to calm the situation?
All right, let me begin with what the update, just like you've asked. The trucks are back on. I'm talking about the fire trucks. After about a few minutes that they had nothing to do, just before we started this conversation, the trucks were put on again and the pipes have now again been rolled into that basement. Suddenly we started seeing smoke coming out from the basement again in high intensity, and the firefighters again now moving inside to see what could be the cause of that resurgence, because earlier this evening it has been put out to a reasonable level, but until just a few minutes now we have that smoke coming back, and they are all inside again trying to see how to reduce the situation that had just come up. So just like you know, Nifemi, it's been a rainy day in Lagos, both on the mainland and on the island, but sadly the rains on the outside could not stop fire outbreak from happening right here on at the Afriland Towers on the broad streets in the Marina area of Lagos State. And just like you mentioned earlier, this is a hub for business activities, both corporate and informal ones. And when this situation happened, a lot of persons who spoke to earlier today talk about how they tried to rescue victims, particularly staff who were in this tower. Up until the 7th floor, we understand that the smoke got to, and the staff were somehow helpless until help from passers-by, those who were on the street, and the fire team got to them. So now you can see the activities already again inside that basement. That's the basement where it all started from. And from this basement, it moved up until the 7th floor of this tower. And you could see also part of the images we got earlier that some of the windows into the building had to be broken just so that people can get to be safe, so that people can be rescued. So you see again the activity is coming up right here under this basement. But as far as I can tell you, from the details we've got in, those who have been rescued, some we understand they've been resuscitated, and we also spoke to some of the staff who still stayed back to look at the situation that had happened, because many of them started their day on a very good note until that happened around, we understand, past noon earlier today.
Zaid, it appears that the firefighting effort is ongoing. What can you say about whether or not there are still people trapped in the building?
Yeah, from what we've gathered, nobody is trapped in this building. Again, all the evacuation has been done from the very ground floor to the 7th floor. Nobody, from what we've gathered, are trapped at this time. But just like I mentioned, that while the smoke started coming out from this basement few minutes ago, I also started gathering that a vehicle is still in that basement. Perhaps, I'm just thinking, one of those who have been rescued, who perhaps in the hospital at this time has that vehicle that is yet to be taken away from that basement. So that's what we've been able to gather at this time. But as for humans, we understand that nobody is left in this tower.
Zarid Aribisala live for us at the Afriland Inferno. We'll be back with you when you have more updates.